Self-love is the highest form of love. You cannot love someone else if you cannot love yourself. Wow, it's good to see you again. Hope you're doing well. So, welcome. It's good to see you. I hope you've been doing well, because I'm always doing well. Last video was the tour to Poland, the Krakow tour. Hope you guys enjoyed that, because it was quite an eye-opener. So this video is straight in there. So it is self-love. Self-love is the highest form of love, okay? You cannot love someone else if you cannot love yourself. It's simple and as easy as that. And it took me some time to properly realise that. So, in the day and age of 2026, a lot of people are still very judgmental about the art, I call it, of self-love. Having love for self. So, I get criticised for this quite a bit, because I do love myself, I'm not going to lie, I do. I love Kwasi, I love who I am. I love the vessel God has gifted me with, and I look after it day in and day out. I do believe that a lot of men in this day and age, they have no self-love, and I know you have no self-love. So unfortunately, with the current world that we're in, with social media, with the news and everything that's been put out there to pollute our minds, everyone's got a twisted and jaded reality that they look into everyone else's life with, and it can ignite that complex of comparison where people can consistently compare their lives and how they look to other people. And what it begins to do is plants the seeds of self-doubt and hate within oneself. It's something that I've experienced quite a bit in my life. I used to hate myself, especially when I used to smoke weed. I used to see other people's lives online, and I used to compare my life to theirs. I'm pretty sure you do the same. I used to compare my life to theirs and see, oh, I've not got these things, or I don't look that good, my skin's not clear, I'm not in shape, I'm this and I'm that. And what it would do is I take a step back and look at myself and say, fuck, I'm not there, I'm not what I want to be. And then instead of self-love, it ignited that self-hate. I began to hate myself. I used to think, fuck, Kwasi is this or Kwasi is that. I could never be this or I could never be that. Now, I can understand that you guys are probably going through that as well. Like, you listening to this right now, I know you're experiencing it, and I know you're going through it now. You see everyone online, in shape, looking good, the skin's good, they maybe have a good girlfriend, whatever it is, and you compare your life to that, and you're thinking, damn, like, what is my self-worth? My self-worth is essentially nothing. And it's not a good way to think, because what you need to do is look internal and understand why you feel that way. Is because of that lacking of self-love. Now, if you do have self-love and you begin to go down the path of trying to ignite that self-love within yourself, essentially what it does is it begins to radiate that authenticity within yourself. So a few things you can do to exercise the art of self-love. They're very simple. So if I explain them to you, like, damn, I should have known this already. So the first one, which I follow all the time, is taking care of yourself. So God himself has blessed you with a vessel, this vessel being this body, and he's gifted it to you and said, listen, you who I'm talking to right now, this vessel is yours, you must look after it. Your body is a temple, therefore you should treat it like a temple, okay? So what does that include? What does that include, Kwasi? So that's a good question. So that includes looking after it. So that means going to the gym, working out, getting in physical peak fitness all year round, okay? What else does that look like? Looking after your skin, getting a skincare routine that's effective, that works, it nourishes your skin. Taking care of your hair, stimulating the hair follicles in your hair, putting the right products in it so your hair grows, and also looking after your skin and everything like that. Not just the self-care in that regards, but also in regards to what you eat. So making sure that you eat the right foods that are going to nourish you and make you healthy. Not eat the shit all the time, all the saturated fats which are destroying your body, and the sugars and the sweets. Eliminate those from your body. Taking yourselves out. Like, I do this religiously. Every single week I'll take myself out because I love myself. I'll go, you know what, I'm gonna go out on my own for a dinner, and I'm gonna spend however much it costs on myself. And I think that's one of the highest forms of self-care, really. But then also in regards to that, I think the highest and the most peak form of self-care is being the best version of yourself. So God is giving you the building blocks, and it's your job to put those blocks together to create the reality of your dreams, essentially, you know. You should also try and build a morning routine and evening routine. Essentially what it will do is help you stay on your path, help you stay focused with yourself. Because once you allow self-love to radiate from yourself, like when people say things to you, you don't move off center, nothing like that, you know. But I didn't really know much to say, to be honest, in this video. Like, I didn't know what to say. You must love yourself. You must, honestly. In a world which is so blunt and is so evil at times, like with lacking of love, the need for self-love goes up dramatically. Okay. Now, everyone has their first love, which is their mum, and unfortunately it sounds bad for me to say this, your mum's gonna die, dad's gonna die, people die, it's normal, you're gonna die one time. So other than those guys, you've got to really cultivate that self-love, okay? Because essentially, if you break it down, right down to the base, you are here on your own. No one else is here with you, okay? People are here temporary, they're here for a reason. But you've got to have that self-love and love within yourself, and believe that you can do anything you set your mind to, no matter what anybody else says. You must have that full conviction. Like, I take care of myself, I take care of my skin, and people think it's gay. You know, no, I love myself, and people can't fathom that, because they're like, how can this 26-year-old man love himself when they don't even love themselves? They're fat, they're overweight, they got no hose, they got nothing, and they don't even love themselves. I'm like, just because you have no ability to comprehend the self-love doesn't mean someone else on the spectrum can't love themselves as well, you know? Now, I'm not gonna lie, it did take me some time to find myself and build the man I am now so I can love myself. It did take time, don't get me wrong, everything takes time. You can internalize and go deep and begin to initiate those thoughts of self-love, like I love myself, I'm this and I'm that, at the beginning. But a lot of the work to properly truly love yourself is the hard work. So that's like going to the gym, looking after your skin, looking after your body. Like, I've just recently started to get into saunas because I've realized how good it is at improving my skin and helping with my mindset as well, and allowing to release good endorphins and help atrophy when it comes to building muscle. So you have to be taking the time to invest in yourself, and only when you begin to invest in yourself, when you're seeing the fruits of your labor, will you then become to get compound interest on it and begin to love yourself even more, okay? Because as I said, love is a beautiful thing, and if you have unlimited self-love within yourself, then essentially, which is a bit of a hack for you, I should be telling you this, you don't need any external love, you know? And then you begin to be things like content with being on your own and not needing anybody else to rely on you or rely on anyone else or anything like that, you know? But yeah, I just wanted to share this with you because I know there's a few of you out there which have no self-love, and you feel like you have no self-worth, and I don't want you to be on your own here, because it's not just you going through it. I've been through it as well. I used to hate myself, but it wasn't until I implemented routines, began to take time to invest in myself, invest in my health, my skincare, all these different things, going to the gym, getting my mind right, learning new skills, did I then begin to cultivate self-love. So it is a process. It doesn't just happen overnight. The way I like to explain it is like almost like you're just brainwashing yourself. You're brainwashing yourself to make you believe that you love yourself, okay? Because you've got a certain programming at the moment, and that program is telling you, oh, I don't love myself. But what you need to do is do the internal work and go, okay, let me reprogram myself and make me become a person who loves myself. It's just as simple as that. Like, I don't want you guys to feel like you're on your own, because you're not. I have to tell you this all the time. You're not on your own. I see you there. You're not on your own, okay? Everyone is going through this journey. Everyone around my age and younger, we're going through this journey. You in particular, watching my video, you're going through this journey. And I don't want you to feel like you're on your own, because this is just the beginning. Once you begin to cultivate and take action with all these different things that I've tried to help you with, and I can promise you're going to have a better life.